This is one of sport's great proving grounds, a gateway to glory. 30 tournaments spanning 19 countries. Along the way, a chance to expand horizons and sample life on tour.
How beautiful is that? Magic.
Finish the season in the top 20 on the road to Mallorca rankings and secure a golden ticket to the DP World Tour. This is the Challenge Tour. It's been a busy start to the season for the class of 2024, with stops in South Africa and India. Up next, back-to-back weeks in the United Arab Emirates, starting with the Abu Dhabi Challenge. Golf is booming in the region, thanks to the weather, ease of travel, and an abundance of world-class facilities. It's a place many are now choosing to call home.
Let's go. Originally from the UK, I was born in London, and then a bit all over after that, to be fair. We spent sort of 5 years in the UK, then 5 years in the US, then 5 in the UK, then another 5 in the US. So obviously spent a lot of time growing up sort of all over the place, really. And obviously now the last few years I've been out in Dubai, and that's where I call home now for quite some time. Dad's also pro, so obviously it comes with part of it, doesn't it? You're moving around all over the place. It was great, I look back on it and I loved every minute of it. Pretty much as soon as I could walk when I was 2, he'd take me down to the driving range and just let me hit balls all day while he would work and teach. So yeah, it definitely is the big driver behind it. When I first came out to Dubai in 2015, I came to visit a family member and came for a week and absolutely fell in love with the place, And 4 months later I turned pro, and ever since then I was just like, I just want to live here. I just want to make it home. The last year and a half now, obviously working with the EGF, the federation, and a lot of the locals around golf here, it's been fantastic and almost life-changing for me in a way, giving me these opportunities to play on DP World and Challenge Tour and get my name out there and show people that I can play golf. Clouds burning off, sun is shining. You know what that means? It's gonna be humid. I played a couple of events over the summer. Last year on Challenge Tour. Obviously the main ones were these 2 events last year that I played in, which sort of kick-started my career back in Europe. I can't thank them enough for giving me that opportunity to showcase my talent on Challenge Tour and then sort of move forward and plod through with that. Me and my dad would always talk about we just need that opportunity, that one opportunity to just get everything kick-started, and I knew I had that one chance there and then, so just didn't want to let it go, just wanted to do what I could.
Well, take that opportunity, he certainly did. Joshua finished tied second that week, catapulting him up the rankings and getting more of those all-important invites. He did all of this flying the flag of the UAE.
To have these people come and say that we really like what you're doing, we like who you are, and we want you to represent us, it was a very big boost for my confidence to know that they wanted me to do that and not someone else. So many people on the course already. So it's been fantastic. I think since I've changed nationality, I've not really looked back, and no, I don't think I will. Obviously today, with the weather we've had this week, it'll be just 9 holes today. I played 9 on Monday. I'd probably play more if I didn't know the golf course so well. I've been here a few times, so I can just get a feel for the condition, how soft the greens are and fairways.
As we all know, golf is as much a mental game as a physical one.
183. Into the puff.
Josh doesn't only do battle with the course, but with his ADHD as well.
Something like that. It's been a long battle of 20 years now, I guess. I got diagnosed when I was 5. And I think it was pretty clear that I had it before I got diagnosed. So it's been long and extremely tough at times. It's so spinny off this turf because it's so pure. Oh, love it. At the same time, I've also got autism and dyslexia, so you know, it's a little trifecta of problems sometimes. Uphill into grain and it still rolls out. Gotta hit it, man. Gotta hit it. Every day is always learning something new about how I can cope with certain things and deal with certain things. One of the hardest things always used to be, you know, coming down the stretch, you know, you're close to leading or you are leading. It's so difficult when your mind is running at 5,000 miles an hour and you don't know how to control yourself. And it's one of the things I've worked so hard on the last sort of 2-3 years is that mindset of how to deal with myself. You know, it's more of an ongoing battle with my head than it is the golf course. As we know, golf's very mental, so to have even more going on in my head is quite tough. 20 feet for birdie on this hole, won't complain too much.
With the course in mind, let's take a closer look at the track this week. Ain Equestrian first opened in 2007 as a 9-hole course. Since then, it's expanded into an 18-hole, par 70 championship layout, playing just over 6,500 yards long, and with water hazards on 12 of the 18 holes, it was certainly going to prove a challenge for the 156 golfers assembled in the desert. So how would Josh fare in these challenging conditions? Time to find out.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ain Golf Club for the first round of the 2024 Abu Dhabi Challenge. This is game number 47, representing the UAE, Joshua Grenville-Wood.
In fact, it was a very slow start for Joshua, teeing off at the 10th with 4 straight pars and then a bogey. Far from ideal. A bounce-back birdie at his 7th hole saw him out in level par. But a change of pace required for his back 9. Well, the change of momentum is exactly what he got. It was time for lift-off, firing off birdie after birdie after birdie. In a row, and then a final gain on the last meant Joshua signed for a first round 64. At 6 under par, he was nicely placed, just 1 off the lead.
Pleased with how I hung in there because it was quite a slow start the first 12 holes. Just felt like couldn't quite get it, you know, I was missing just a little bit, and then just kind of made the putt on 3 and then just kind of kept going from there, which was nice. You know, I'm just really happy with how I hung in.
Well, hang in there, he did. A fine back 9, keeping him well in the mix. And so to day 2, Joshua raring to go and ready for the off. But things didn't exactly go according to plan. kicking off his second round with 3 bogeys in his opening 4 holes, and the tide had well and truly turned. Something needed to happen fast. His ship was taking on a lot of water. 2 quick birdies on 6 and 7 calmed the storm, out in 1 over. But whilst our local hero was finding his groove again, another was winning the battle. Wilco Nienaber had a second round to remember in the desert. He bagged 10 birdies and had this on 18 for a 59.
Great bird.
While that thrilling story was unfolding, Josh was making 2 more birdies of his own on the back nine and carded a second round of 69, 7 under par for the tournament. Heading into the weekend, he was left in a tie for 30th. 6 off the pace set by Nienaber and Christensen.
I think how I fought back was pretty good. Stayed in there pretty well after a rough start. I knew that there was going to be some birdies out there. I didn't know when they'd be, but I knew I was going to have plenty of opportunities for that. You can take it as a lesson. I've still somehow shot 1 under par, and I've felt like I've shot 5 over. So there's a lot that you can learn from days like today and move on forward.
Still to come on the Challenge Tour, we'll take a closer look at our host venue this week.
Our facilities are world class. We've been working towards this week for a long time.
And we'll crown a champion in the first event of the UAE Swing. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the latest chapter in the 2024 Challenge Tour story and the 7th event of the season, the Abu Dhabi Challenge, where Wilco Nienaber and Nikolai Christensen were sharing top spot after tearing it up in the first 2 days. And so to moving day with Kit Alexander.
Garrick Porteous, 34 years of age now, already a winner on the Challenge Tour, but that coming way back in 2017. He made the ideal start. This beautiful approach, just inches from going in for eagle at the first, but he would tap in for an opening birdie. Wilco Nienaber, the South African, such huge potential, so close to breaking onto the DP World Tour in recent years as well. He was also controlling his approach play beautifully. This one into the second. We know all about his power. He demonstrated his finesse on the greens, rolling this one in for a birdie at the second. And that gave him a 2-shot lead early in the third round. 31-year-old Dane Nikolai Christensen. He bogeyed 2, but birdies at 4, 7, and this one at 8 got him to 15 under par. Garrick Porteous hasn't had a top 20 on any main tour since the 2022 Portugal Masters on the DP World Tour. And it's hard to believe, with sublime approach play like this, another one going close, dancing around the hole, and he would tap that in for a 3rd birdie of the day. Nienaber, no stranger to eagle putts on par 5s. He had this for a 3-shot lead at the 10th. Always a little low, but a simple tap-in birdie gets him a 2-shot lead. Christensen on the same hole, having a bit more trouble. But no pictures on the scorecard. He chips it in and matches Nienaber's birdie 4. He's within 1 of the South African. Wasn't the day that Josh Grenville-Wood, representing the UAE, would have been hoping for. This birdie effort on 18 rather summed it up. He would tap in for par, and it was a level par 70 and tied 49th after 3 rounds. 31-year-old Dane Nikolai Christensen. He Five-time DP World Tour winner Alex Levy. He was out in 31 strokes, picked up another shot at 12 and here at 14 to move alongside Nienaber at 17 under par. Porteous added more birdies at 12 and 13. This dropped, it was 4 birdies in a row and it was now a 3-way tie at the top. Oliver Becker was in contention as well. He made one of his 5 birdies here at the 14th. A steady 66 keeps him in the mix. He finished the day in a tie for 4th. 24-year-old South African Nienaber had this for the outright lead, a birdie putt on 18. Never had a chance, unfortunately, and he finished with 8 straight pars to head into Sunday in a 3-way share of top spot with Levy and Porteous.
Yes, it was turning into a terrific tussle, a fascinating finale in store. Taking a closer look at the leaderboard 3 days in then, England and Denmark among the nations well represented. A trio of contenders were locked together on 17 under at the top. Now, as we've already seen this week, Ain Equestrian has an amazing golf course. But that's not all this place has to offer.
We're a multi-sports club. We have shooting, rugby, cricket, equestrian, horse racing track, as well as obviously this fantastic golf course. It's out of the mainstream of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. It's a bit quieter. Certainly from a golf perspective, the players that we have coming through here in the winter enjoy that side because they can really focus on the practice. Obviously going into our other sports, into shooting and rugby and cricket and that, we're slightly quieter than the mainstream places in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but our facilities are world class. We host training academies for many national teams in the shooting range, as well as the rugby when the sevens is on and things like that. So, I mean, all round, we offer a better value for money in a world class facility. We've been working towards this week for a long time. It gives us a chance to showcase this facility. We rate it as one of the best, certainly practice facilities in the Middle East, and I think the golf course will stand up to the test this week, and we're looking forward to getting feedback from everybody, including DP World, and hopefully we can keep growing for years to come.
Yes, with its fabulous facilities, Ain is a great place to visit for all sorts of sports, not least, of course, the golf. So back now to the action and our final day. We're at the business end, so over to Kit one last time to crown our champion in the desert.
Ewan Walker sprung out of the blocks with 4 straight birdies. He opted for putter from long of the 9th green. And it was the correct choice. 6 birdies in an opening half of just 29 shots. And he was making a serious move. Nikolai Christensen starting a bit closer to the leaders, but equally hoping to make a move early on in the final round. This lovely approach set up a birdie at 1, but he would ultimately have to settle for solo 3rd. Garrick Porteous had a bit more left for his birdie on the 1st. But the man who is 100th in the early road to Mallorca standing still found the bottom of the cup. Levy also birdied the 1st and the 3rd. And he rolled this one in confidently for his 3rd red number in the first 4 holes and a 2-shot lead. Porteous continued his magnificent approach play. Here at 6, he left himself another very short birdie putt, and that got him back to within 1 of the leader. Same hole, and Levy hits the pin with a birdie chip. So just a par for the man who had a couple of top 7s in the last 2 events in India. On up a sail, had 2 birdies and 2 bogeys in the first 5 holes. A great second shot here at the par 5 7th. The Irishman forced his name into the conversation with this brilliant eagle to get to -18. He would go on to finish ultimately in a tie for 4th at -20. Alex Levy completed a superb front 9 of just 30 strokes with this fine birdie conversion, and he was leading by 2 heading into the back 9. Scotland's Walker closed out the week with a birdie on 18 for a sensational 10 under par round of 60 that catapulted him all the way to 20 under par. Porteous birdied 10 and got alongside Levy at the summit with another move in the right direction here at 14. The Frenchman had birdied 11 and bogeyed the 12th. Tied at the top, but another dropped shot for Levy at the 15th opened the door for Porteous, and he surged through with a birdie 2 at the same hole, a 2-shot lead with 3 to play for the Englishman. Levy wasn't going down without a fight though. He bounced straight back with a birdie at 16 and hold this 10-footer for another one at the 72nd hole and a -23 total. It had been a brilliant battle between the pair, and Porteous delivered the final blow with this birdie at 18 for a wonderful bogey-free round of 63 and a 1-shot win. His second Challenge Tour victory, sending him rocketing into the top 10 on the road to Mallorca.
Yes, confirmation of those final standings on a multinational leaderboard, and back in the Challenge Tour winners' circle after a 7-year wait, a very happy 34-year-old.
From England, Garrick Porteous.
Feels amazing. I've loved every minute of it. It's been, a great host venue and helping Alain, and obviously moved here recently, so to win on, home soil now is great.
So, 7 events in, we can see Garrick Porteous has risen 93 places on those rankings. He and the rest chasing our new number 1, Rasmus Nergård Petersen. Nikolai Christensen has jumped 17 places into 14th. England's Jack Senior now in that pivotal 20th spot. And with that, our first week in the United Arab Emirates has come to an end. But we're far from finished with this part of the world. We head next to Saadiyat Beach Golf Club for the UAE Challenge. So join us next time as the pursuit of promotion to the DP World Tour continues.